5. We're going to go over some new terms and musical concepts on page 5 of your book. So go ahead and turn to that page and follow along, and we'll learn some new stuff. So here we are on page 5, and the first thing on the top of the page is the staff. It's talking about these 5 lines here, and in between the lines, the 4 spaces that we use for writing music. That's where we put all of our other symbols and musical terms and things on so that we know what we're doing and what to play. The next one is this red box, and it's talking about the bass clef. And throughout this book, you're going to see a box, and then farther down something highlighted in that same color. So it's a red box in this red highlighted section. So this is a bass clef. It says it's also called the F clef because the 4th line of the staff is the note F. So you see these 2 little dots on the bass clef. They're going around this 4th line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that on that 4th line, that's F. Okay, so that's why it's called the F clef, also the bass clef. This yellow box is talking about your time signature, which tells us how many beats are in a measure and what kind of note gets the beat. So this top number says 4. That's how many beats are in a measure. 4 beats in a measure. This bottom number is a 4. That's 4/4 if it were a fraction. And that would mean that 4/4 or 4 quarters, meaning a quarter note gets the beat in 4/4 time. This blue box is talking about bar lines. These are bar lines here, and they're dividing the staff into measures. A measure is the distance between the 2 bar lines. So from this point to that point is a measure. And then at the end here we have this double bar, and that's the end of a section of music. On the bottom half of page 5 we have this section titled the musical alphabet. The musical alphabet uses only the letters A through G, and these are used to name the notes on the staff in line space order. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it repeats A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so forth. So as you see, remember we called this the F clef because these 2 dots are pointing to that 4th line, which means that this note on the 4th line is an F. Okay, and then we go A through G and repeat. So if that's F, that means that that's G. And that's A, and then B, C, D, and E. So it goes in alphabetical order. Now this one's kind of hard because the F's clear up on this 4th line, so you have to go backwards down the staff or down the alphabet. So if that's F, you'd have E, D, C, B, A, and then before A is G because A through G is repeats. So that makes that a G, and then F, and then E, and then D, and then C. So it's kind of tricky going backwards down the alphabet. You can maybe always remember that this note on 2 ledger lines is a C, and then just go up C, B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so forth up the scale. A lot of times in music we learn in the spaces are all cows eat grass, A, C, E, G, all cows eat grass. Or you might have heard good boys do fine always, G, B, D, F, A on the lines. And there's lots of other things you can use to remember that, other sayings that people use for that. And those work, and that's helpful, but I find that it doesn't help us with the notes that are above or below the staff, like these ones on these ledger lines. Now, I've said that a couple times. Ledger lines are used to extend the staff. So notice these notes are going higher than the staff. So we use these extra lines called ledger lines to go up or below. So if you know the alphabet A through G and you know what this note is, or this note, then you can just go with the alphabet up and know what those notes are. So make sure you know all of the things on that page 5. If there's any questions you have about that, again, you know how to get a hold of me. You can put a comment on the video, email me, or talk to me in class. And I'd be happy to help you out with those things. Just make sure you really learn them and understand them. So as we go forward, we're going to keep adding new terminology and new things. And the better you have what you already know, the better we'll be able to continue to learn. So review any of those things. Review any of the past videos if you need to. They're there for you to use as much as you want. So catch me on the next video, and we'll continue to learn some new stuff. We'll see you then.